Do you know what time it is?
Podcast time.
There we go. All right.
Okay, so I got to start with this. I think
you're
old
jumping
man
right in.
Nico is in the other room listening to this as loud as possible because he's deaf as hell and old, pretty old, old.
Wow, there we go.
Thank you
Welcome.
for
Sunday night. Hey, it's another Gentleman and a
Start.
Jerk.
Hello.
Hey, there's somebody sitting next to you there, Mark. What's going on with that?
I don't see anyone.
Oh.
Hey guys,
Oh,
I'm here.
Mr. Low Voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put on my Barry White voice, guys,
Ooh, I like
just for
that.
you.
Oh, I just got impregnated.
He's sitting next to me, getting ready to sing "Let's Get It On." I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's fine, but I don't know.
Turn off the lights.
Oh.
And I glow.
Oh.
And he gets to that point where he screams, "Turn them off!"
I'm gonna make him real awkward and do this.
Oh. Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
All right. So hey, how's your
Hey.
week?
My week was good, man. I went and bought a new vehicle this weekend. I got all kinds of plans for the summer. It's going to be great. Other than that, though,
What'd you get?
I got a 2018. Well, I don't have it yet. Full disclosure, I do not have it yet. But I got a 2018 Jeep Unlimited Wrangler Unlimited. It is the Golden Eagle Edition. It's only got 11,000 miles on it. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's jet black with a real, like an outline of a gold eagle on the hood. It's super campy and cheesy, just perfect for me. And I drove it stick shift, the only stick shift that I could find for sale in all of New York State. And so I drove the hour away to go get it.
So it's got a Firebird on the hood. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Almost exactly
Oh, man.
like that. Yeah, it's
You
awesome.
need to grow a mullet, a
No.
skullet. I think you could grow as a skullet.
I could.
right?
So with
keep
you
it
sitting with you sitting in your vehicle, it won't be a reverse ice cream sandwich, huh?
No. But this is right here. If you look,
we've
over here to
talked
the
about
side.
this a lot.
Oh,
We've had a
man.
nice conversation all week about your reverse ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, that one was amazing.
We wondered what you were thinking.
as far as like stupidity or blatant racism, like which part are you getting? at?
I mean, you're a very, very, nice, liberal, progressive man who would never think those things. So it couldn't have been that.
Well, I mean, I don't think looking at the tones on the screen indicates any kind of predisposition to racism.
You're
Listen.
having a rough show. It feels like that show I canceled.
Just know I didn't take any offense to it.
Remember
but
that
it was
show that's
pretty
no
funny.
longer available on YouTube? Yeah, that's how you feel right now. Anyway, Jeannie likes my microphone, which is I'm flexing a little bit, and it does sound delightful.
It is.
You
So,
gotta get a little closer.
Chris, I need to get closer to the
You
microphone,
gotta- you gotta touch the microphone.
So, anyway, this is going to be weird this week. I apologize already.
You gotta caress the microphone.
So Chris, so you got a new vehicle. You got an Unlimited, which I'm not going to judge you for the Unlimited. You should have got the 2-door.
No, I can't. I have kids, man. I can't.
If
we go camping,
old.
Dude, did you
They're
see
old.
this? That's the whole point. They're old. Did you see the size? Have you seen the size of the back seat of a regular Wrangler? You could not
Is it
put
just like the back seat of a Volkswagen.
no. Oh well, maybe smaller. I mean, man, I'm telling you, you got about 6 inches of clearance for the legs, and I got 3 teenage boys, only 2 of which would ever ride with us. But if we're gonna go camping and tow the trailer, they got to sit somewhere. And the Wrangler Unlimited has a full size back seat. Like that's comfy as shit.
Excuse me. Do you like that thing?
I do. I'm
Oh,
excited.
you haven't gotten it yet. You haven't.
No,
even
I get
gotten
it Wednesday.
Did you
I get it
test
Wednesday.
drive it.
I drove it. Yeah,
Good
I
old
drove
time with it yet.
Yep,
Okay.
I drove it, and I also
Okay.
drove just to make sure. I drove a brand new Sahara, brand new.
Okay.
Just to compare automatic versus stick, Sahara versus the Sport. Perfectly happy with the Sport. The thing is, the only thing that Sahara offers that the sport doesn't is like amenity stuff, like cameras and stuff like that, which I don't need those. And then the other thing is like all of the like nicer running boards and the window flares. I'm gonna do that shit all aftermarket anyway.
Yeah,
man, you're gonna rip off a
overrated
running board.
in the game.
Rashawn's coming out there. He's gonna put all your shit on for him because he's a certified technician.
That would be awesome.
Not in Jeep.
You're paying for the flight, but yeah, nobody.
I fly him out here before I'd fly you out.
Wait, but who says I want to go back to New York?
New York's
That's
awesome.
different.
This
Okay,
is upstate,
okay.
man. This isn't the city. This is upstate.
That's different New York, Rashawn.
This is not.
Canada.
This is Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, this is like Canada.
So, hey, can everybody see us in the picture? I mean, and is everybody liking this video? Because I think so far we only have 7, and I think that's not enough. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's get some likes on this thing, man.
Yeah, we like it.
Everybody get a like if you like me being here.
So he's going to be our guest host soon. So I'm going to be.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week.
I'm
going to be taking a
more in
break.
depth with this.
What's that?
What's your plans?
Okay, so I am going to be starting the week of April 9th. I had the dates wrong, by the way. So starting the week of April 9th, every other weekend, I will be doing a special training that will take me away for the weekends. And during that time, you and Rashawn or whoever else you find to fill in those spots will be doing the show without me.
I don't need anyone else.
That's right.
But you'll be having this lovely Carmel Barry White voice.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this sensitivity training for your comments from last week?
I didn't have any comments last week. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
you're right. We've deleted cancel culture, right? So are you very excited about your new training? I mean,
yes, yeah. So I'm doing yoga teacher training. I'm going to learn how to be a yoga teacher. I do not intend on being a yoga teacher. Is he laughing?
What is that called?
Is he laughing? I'm going to kill the stream. I'm going to kill the
stream.
stream.
Is it the double downside dog? Is that your? What is it?
I hate downward dog. It's so uncomfortable for me.
That's what it is.
Yeah, downward dog.
So,
yeah,
I figured you.
I've been doing a bunch of yoga the last couple of weeks to get ready for. He just laughed out loud, sitting right there on the screen. I don't know if this is going to work out.
I know that's crazy, right? I have no idea.
Hey, keep in mind, I'm the one that's going to have to deal with him, not you. And then you're going to be like, "Man, I'm jealous he's on the podcast." And you're going to say, "Mark, I think we need to do something different."
Oh man,
and then you're gonna lose me.
Brandy right there said that she's definitely going to be filling in at least once. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a smart choice.
Yeah, she just punched me or poked me in the eye or something, and then I feel bad.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd probably be complete chaos.
Yeah,
she's. I mean, to be fair, she's. I mean, way cooler than I ever was.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And if I had to pick one to make out with, it would definitely be Brandy. And Nico can even watch.
Okay, great show. See you next show, guys. Hey, how much wine have you had?
I got like sips, man. I'm only sips in.
Good Lord. I don't even know, man.
Called me a reverse ice cream sandwich, and now you're trying to steal someone's wife.
I'm not
that
trying
doesn't
to
sound very liberal to me.
He's welcome to keep her. I just borrow for like an hour or two.
Jesus, that doesn't sound very liberal.
Dude, you need 3 minutes, an hour or two. Come on, buddy. Good Lord.
Hey, we just got more likes though, man. More viewers and more likes with my comments. So that's good.
Now it's a party.
Yeah.
I'm not even on screen.
There she is.
Myself up.
Hi, Brandy.
Appearance.
Yes.
I gotta cuddle myself up with Rashawn because I'm just like my big bald head's not even on screen right now. And he's like, I gotta kick this
come
thing
on,
over
get in
here
here.
more. I could go like that a little bit.
All right, so let's actually get onto a subject here now.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about a show that 2/3 of us have watched.
Yep.
Yeah, because I haven't watched
1/3 of us decide. Oh, we're losing viewers now because Brandy was on the screen.
That's not true. That's rude.
That's probably normal. So hey, what did you think of the finale of WandaVision?
Wow.
Now, I've watched the whole thing. Rashawn has now watched the end of the last episode after giving up after episode 2.
Oh, a lot of people give up after episode 2.
Oh, and I don't blame them.
I think it's going to have a second life as a binge show for people now, and they're going to find out how good it is because they're going to put in the 45 minutes to get to episode 3 and realize how much better it is.
The thing is, I've watched I Dream of Jeannie reruns. I don't think I need to see it again.
Hey,
But here's
Jeannie's here
the thing.
too. Hi, Jeannie.
Here's the thing. Hi, Jeannie. Here's the thing. When you watch it as a whole, because every week I rewatch the previous weeks, not just that episode, but like all of the episodes. When you watch it in context all at once, you understand more how they're framing it. If you watch episode 1 and episode 2 as standalone episodes, it's like, oh my god, I'm watching an old sitcom with magic tricks. That's stupid. But then you realize at the end why it was that way, and contextually it has more gravity to it. And yes, it's difficult. The show never should have been released on a week-by-week basis because it doesn't capture the essence of what the show is if you're only watching it one episode at a time. Now, they released the first 2 episodes together. Now, in hindsight, makes even more sense why they did it. They should have released the first 3 episodes together. It would have been even smarter for them. And I think they would have retained a lot more viewership. I do believe, much like you, a lot of people stopped watching after episode 2.
Well, I also got to give him credit. The reason why I stopped watching it because we had to watch that Will Smith movie. You know, I got to represent for
After
the
Earth.
Smiths.
Oh, I love Will Smith. Like I said, his career has been going downhill in my opinion, but it doesn't reduce how much I love Will Smith. And he still got me as the genie, man. He was fantastic as the genie. So I'll give him all the credit in the world.
Oh, was that the movie you're talking about? Aladdin?
No. It was. I don't.
He doesn't remember
the name.
anything. It wasn't even Will Smith.
It was Will Smith.
I think it was Seth Rogen.
Oh shit. I do like me some Will Smith though. Anyway, getting back to WandaVision, the finale.
Yes.
What did you think, Mark? Did you enjoy the finale?
So here's what I'm going to say, and you're probably not going to agree with me. This is a 3 out of 5 star show. This is not their best. I heard an interview with Kevin Feige talking about how these shows could be wrapped up in 6 hours, and that was the whole point of this. Is he thought he could tell a great story in 6 hours. There's too many loose ends. I mean, what happened to Senior Scratchy? Do you know? I mean, nothing. Bye. I mean, he's gone.
But
Mr.
he's
Boner.
not gone.
Poor
So
Mr. Boner. I mean, I don't know what happened with Mr. Boner. I mean, he's just gone as well. I don't know. It's a good show, and it gets us to a point that we needed to get as far as Doctor Strange is concerned. But there's too many loose ends. There was too many things that kind of fell apart. You know, I mean, what happened? All the characters, they just kind of, they wrapped up Wanda's portion of the show, but they didn't. I don't know. It wasn't what I thought.
I think the problem is for the older people that's actually watching these shows, they need a little bit more backstory. I don't think that because the majority of people that's currently watching the show now, they kind of like move on to the next thing very quick. It's okay to kind of shorten and take away characters as you're moving it around, but sometimes at some point you still need a little bit of substance when it comes to these shows, even if it adds an extra 2 or 3 episodes to it. I like backstories. I love backstories when it comes to movies or to TV shows and things like that, because at that point you always have a chance to create a spin-off or something like that, and the world can go anywhere else with that, especially with Marvel. You can't cut off a lot of these other characters with the backstories to them. That's just the way
they did that on purpose because they didn't want to pay these people all this money. They wanted to get 6 hours of video out of them and pay them for that.
Well,
they didn't want to go 8 hours.
That might be
that, and then create another backstory.
Well, that might be a part of it. That might be a part of it. I will say this. First of all, I can't think of her name. Catherine Hahn, is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah. So she was phenomenal. She's going to be
standout.
She's going to be back, right? The Boner character, I don't know if that's going to get revisited or not. I'm assuming it's probably not going to. There's still a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions to be answered about his appearance. Evan Peters, his appearance in the show. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered by Kevin Feige at some point here. As far as the other loose ends, now if I'm going to talk about loose ends, it's going to be Hayward. What happens to him after he's taken away?
I wonder if it's going to be nothing. I wonder if it's over.
Well,
I wonder if it was just he was a bit character. And
I think the more likely thing. I think he was a figurehead character anyway for the ground-based portion of Sword, but the real Sword is upstairs.
Yes. And that's Mr. Nick Fury. Right
correct.
There.
But the other question is all of the residents of Westview. What are they going to say? Is there going to be press about this? Is this going to be the next Sokovia event, because the Sokovia event brought on the Sokovia Accords. So is the government going to go after Wanda because of the ruckus she created inside Westview? The other question,
she's now a bad guy.
Yeah, well, and then she's totally set up to be a bad guy, which is what she should be. They're following a very specific comic book line. The other question, which nobody seems to even be talking about on as far as like some of the online YouTubers that discuss this stuff, what happened to the person that was in the witness protection program that was in Westview that prompted the FBI to look into it in the first place? Who was that?
We don't even know who it was.
Yeah, they never said who it was. I mean, there's theories online of who it could be, right? But like they never answered it. It was never readdressed. Johnny Woo never went and looked for him. No. So like what happened with that?
And he turned out to be one of the best characters. I mean, what about
he's
Darcy?
amazing.
Hell, what happened to her? She just disappeared.
Well, Darcy was there at the end. She drove the tank into Hayward.
Yeah, but it was like, I mean, there was no finality for her character. I mean, we don't know where she's headed next. I
think she's going to be heavily involved in Secret
Doctor
Invasion.
Strange.
No, Secret Invasion. I don't think she'll be in Doctor Strange. I think she'll be in Secret Invasion.
No. So I mean, it just, to me, there was a lot to take in. There was a lot of things that if you're not in the know, you wouldn't have known about.
Right.
Now, the next show, that's going to be fun.
Yes, I have to agree.
I think they really, and I know the COVID-19, everything there made it the change, but the original plan to have Falcon and the Winter Soldier be the first show should have been the plan, and that's not their fault. I mean, I get it, but man, that's going to be cool. I mean,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Very much liked, WandaVision's a good show. It's not a great show. I'm ready for some action, boss.
Well, I'm also worried that Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to ruin Black Widow, because Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to be out after Black Widow, and there are appearances of characters in Falcon and Winter Soldier that are going to give away things that happened in Black Widow. Which you're going to see later.
And I get you there, and ruining that feels like a very one-off movie, open, shut, it's over. And I know they're introducing a new character that will continue as the new Black Widow going forward, but that is that movie seems very
it's a bookend.
It's a word yes, absolutely. It is an end to a fantastic, appearance for Scarlett Johansson in the series and what she did, and she absolutely deserved this movie. She should have got it much sooner than now.
Yep.
But I'm glad they did make it. I mean, I think it's one of those movies where it's a transition piece, and it always was meant to be that transition piece.
Correct. Yep.
To get you to the next phase.
It's still a little too late, though.
It probably was a little too late, and a year later, it's probably way too late, because I mean they lost all the buzz from her. At the end of Endgame.
Yeah, so. But they, from what I understand, they're doing with that show or the movie. I mean, it's a must watch for a Marvel fan. There's going to be,
I agree.
It's going to push forward the Thunderbolt story dramatically, and really, that's ultimately what it's for. It's to push forward the Thunderbolt story, and that's that's what Falcon and Winter Soldier is really all about. It's about them establishing the Thunderbolt's version of Captain America, and teaming him up with Black Widow and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to all be there. But I don't want to get too far off of WandaVision yet, because I still have a major point I want to make about that show, which I think is fascinating. If you are one of those people, and I know Jeannie, who's been commenting about Screen Crush, so Screen Crush has been very guilty of this too. You and I watch New Rockstars. I also watch Emergency Awesome. I watch Grace Randolph, Beyond the Trailer.
You have way too much time.
Dude, they're 10-minute videos. You watch them once in the morning when you're getting up. It's not a big deal. Listen, the reality is there were agreed to spoilers for this show that all of the YouTubers talked about. Several different things based on comments that were made by Elizabeth Olsen, comments that were made by Paul Bettany, comments that were made by Kevin Feige, and things that were supposedly leaked by people on the set. And none of those things, a single one of those things came true. And
they all got hosed.
We got trolled. And the fact is that we got purposely trolled by the actors and the producers of this show. And so while the show is not everything people wanted it to be, I do believe that Marvel accomplished what they wanted to accomplish with it. And what they've done is by using this show to purposely hammer it into you that you never really know what's going to happen, because we will lie to you, means that now you can't pay attention to anything that Mark Ruffalo says or anything that Tom Holland says. I mean, these are the people that are notorious for
maybe
leaking
Tom
things.
Holland.
Well, I think they're feeding him leaks now that are purposely false. Like he went on and very adamantly said that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not in the Spider-Man movie. But I still think that's not true. Brandy says that Rashawn is bored. Rashawn, are you bored right now? You were yawning just a minute ago. I'm sorry, man.
Wow, do you hear the laughing? So something's happening in our house or my house that is not appropriate. I think I'm kind of concerned at this point because, yeah, man, I wish you could hear this. It's
I can't. Luckily, you got a good noise canceling mic, so I can hear it.
You're right.
Rashawn, how many of the Marvel movies have you watched, Rashawn? Are you a complete watcher? Have you seen everything?
I think I've watched the majority of all of them so far. So at this point, I'm trying to get back into kind of like refreshing everything. So it's definitely on the horizons where we'll probably have like a movie week where we'll watch one movie every day.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, you need to do that. It's actually pretty cool when you get to it like that.
Yeah,
keep watching because I mean it's just you get in that marathon. I mean, and
it's
they're all on
Star
Disney
Wars.
Plus.
You know,
oh come on, Star Wars.
Well, unfortunately, Star Wars isn't Star Wars really. So
you're not wrong.
I will say this: my mother had not watched a single. My mother's 65 years old. She had not watched 66. She had not watched a single Marvel movie, not one, not even the original Iron Man, none of them. And then she watched WandaVision because she loved the Dick Van Dyke Show.
The first two episodes.
She loved what? She saw the first two episodes, right? Because everybody was talking about how it was an homage to Bewitched and Dick Van Dyke. And so
that
she
black
watched
and white.
it. Yeah, she loved it. She absolutely loved it. Then she watched episode 3. And episode 3 revealed what's really going on to a certain extent. And then I got a phone call. Chris, what the hell is going on with this show? Mom, let me tell you. And so we ended up over drinks having about a 2-hour conversation about what WandaVision really was. And so she finished watching it. She didn't get to the finale. She made it to episode 7 and was like, okay, I got to understand more. What movie should I watch? And I gave her the whole order of the movies. And she is now she just finished Guardians of the Galaxy. So she's been plugging away, and she is just in love. And she's like, eventually I'm going to hate one of these. I'm like, yeah, you will. Thor in the Dark World. But
she didn't hate Incredible Hulk?
No, I told her to
skip it.
I told her to skip that one.
Don't worry about it. It's terrible.
Yeah, I told her to skip that one.
Okay, I've met Chris's mother. Chris's mother is way cooler than Chris. Chris's mother is awesome. She's the person you want to hang out with. You're like, she's amazing.
She's great to have drinks with, yeah. Yep.
Just yeah.
She'll cook for you, get you stuffed, and get you drunk, and call you a piece of shit right to your face because she has no couth.
That's a true New Yorker for you.
Oh my God, totally a New Yorker.
and then his dad says what a lot
because he can't hear anything. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly. He finally agreed to get hearing aids. My sister-in-law is going to take him to go get hearing aids. We'll see if it actually happens.
So yeah, I mean, good for him. You know, hey, he wants to experience your life with you and not just shut you out.
Well, I just told him that if he keeps going the way he is and he can't hear anything, he's going to live in his own little world, and that's going to be early onset Alzheimer's, and he's going to be done.
So I need to know what this means that I sound like a UFC announcer. Is that how amazing I sound? I mean, I'm just curious. I kind of wonder what that means.
It is a nice
Mark
mic.
Sounds like a
I do sound amazing.
Is that probably means you're screaming way too much?
No. I'm not screaming. I'm not screaming at all.
Okay,
this has been a very
Rogan.
tame episode for me. I've had a few that have been a lot. I've had some whoppers, you know that. So
we've had to cut it short nights. I'll tell you though,
boy.
if you could find a camera that could make you look as good as that mic makes you sound, this could be a hell of a show.
Wow.
Yeah, they have those. You can actually go on like Messenger and stuff, and they make your face look like.
I think the next episode should be on Pornhub.
About Pornhub, or like we should stream on Pornhub?
No, the way the two of you guys are talking.
Why do I sound like
Mics
I sound like an aluminum
and
can?
cameras.
Yeah, you sound like you're talking directly into an aluminum can.
Really?
It's not my fault. That's not my fault.
That's Chris's side because what happens is this. Rashawn needs more to drink because he's totally bored with us, and he's gonna
Just know I still need to get home.
Oh, this is a train wreck of a show here now. Oh boy, Sunday, like that.
You were
11
overmodulated there.
Oh God, I'm dying. Oh yeah, I saw the little blipper thing. The green went red.
Yep.
Oh, and I'm gonna die.
Yeah, over here on my end too, man.
Shouldn't have done that.
Oh,
So-
you did it again.
Anyway,
We're going downhill quick, man.
Yeah, so what else would we need to talk
So
about
hey,
today?
so you got a new car, you got a new
Okay.
truck, you got a new eighth profession. It sounds like. So
COVID shots.
So hey,
Yeah, COVID shots.
Let's
COVID
so
shots.
let's talk about.
Yeah, we
the
can talk
5
COVID shots.
Let's talk about a big 5G injection I got. I'm already getting packages from Amazon directly to my body, and it's pretty amazing. That's even after the first shot. So
And that wasn't the largest thing that Mark got stuck in his body.
Oh my.
So Rashawn is scared. Let's
No,
talk
I'm
about
not
Rashawn being
scared.
scared of a
Oh.
shot.
I'm not scared.
Why, Rashawn? What are you afraid of, buddy?
No. 3 eyeballs and maybe like 6 ears on the back of my head.
It's
I
it's
don't
it's
know.
mRNA, man. It's not a DNA injection. It's mRNA.
Hey,
Your body produces it and disposes of it on a daily basis.
So
MNRA, HGTV.
no, okay,
it's not the same.
we
I don't
have
know.
we have guests
I know,
in the
I'm sure
room.
it's not.
Hello, ladies. It's nice to see y'all. We're trying to have a podcast.
Dude, I want to have a
Good
camera that
time.
hands me drinks. How did you get a camera that hands you drinks? That's awesome.
I don't know.
That's magic. I just
where's
went like that.
Where's Jessica?
I'm like
right
Paul
now?
Bettany.
Yeah,
Is she watching?
Jessica hides from this show. I don't think she's
Well,
watched
she
more than
probably should. I mean,
Yeah.
she probably should.
she
And
is
I
publicly
can-
embarrassed by me enough. She doesn't need to have it all over the internet too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's probably accurate.
So my oldest, Christopher, he got the vaccine yesterday.
What did he get?
He got Pfizer.
Okay, so I got Moderna. Angela got Moderna. My sister got Moderna.
I got Moderna.
I think
And my arm still feels like somebody
Yep.
beat the hell out of me.
so. We all had arm pain, but that was it. None of us had any other symptoms.
But these
other
were all
than that,
first dose,
nothing.
right?
I hear the second
We all-
one is
we all got
supposed to
our
be
first.
the
Yeah, the
What-
second
what did
dose
you
is one
get?
that's going to get.
I know you're trying to keep it on the down low, but I mean, it's been long enough, and I think enough people have got it at this point. Did you have the arm pain after the first one?
Oh yeah, both of them hurt. Any injection into your deltoid muscle is going to cause pain.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And okay, so I got to tell you what happened to me when they were doing it, because it was even better than that. So she takes the needle. She shoves it in my arm. You know, you can feel it because it's a needle. And then she goes to reach for the Band-Aid. Well, when she reaches for the Band-Aid, and I don't like looking at this stuff. She reaches for the Band-Aid and she lets go of the needle and it's still in my arm. So
No,
it's
she
kinda
does
flop-
not.
Hold on. It's even worse. So it's flopping there in my arm, and I look over and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And as I look over, she smacks it with her other hand.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's like, oh God, it was something else. Oh my God, yeah, wasn't good. So I'm okay now. 3 days later, nothing, no problems. Just
That was the first dose, though, right?
that was the first.
Okay.
Yep. And my second dose is on the 31st, and that was the other weird thing is Angela got hers the day before me, but her second dose she doesn't get till the 3rd of April, but I get mine on the 31st. So
Weird.
who knows? Maybe it's something about projections on number of doses they're going to have per day, and I'm sure that changes over time. So
Maybe.
But it sounds like we're going to give it another month, and it sounds like anybody who wants it's going to be able to
Well,
get it.
I have to imagine because we are already at the point now where they're opening up. They're opening
yeah.
up. They're opening up injections every day now here, like 200 or 300 every day to people that whoever wants it because they don't have
Right,
enough people
right.
on the list that are applying for it. So like they have
Wow.
200 or 300 doses that are going to go bad if they don't use them, and
I
like
think
that's happening every
That's
day.
the smart thing to do. That is
Yeah.
the smart thing to do because, again, there's a lot of people that are still afraid of whatever the side effects are going to be. Yes, I am one
and
of them.
and I get it.
And
I get it.
Yes, I get that everybody wants to get the shots and things, but yes, there's a large majority of people that don't want to get the shot. So open it up to people who do. Why wait until all of this stuff goes bad?
Well, there's also
You know.
some trust issues when it comes to minorities getting
doesn't-
shots and things like that.
There's
I mean,
of course there's been history when it
Mhm.
comes to
testing on
testing
people that shouldn't have been tested on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You
totally
know?
get it. Totally get it. So
the whole Native American population with their blankets and things, and what's her name, Sarah Bartman, when it came to like tearing her body apart and things like that in Europe. Who knows? I'm just saying, there's so many things when it comes to it when you're like testing on minorities or
Well, and
Start
that's why.
minorities.
And
We
that's
should
why it
start
was
calling that
important to me to get it as
Rashawn.
quick as possible. What's that?
We should call his theories Rashawn.
yeah, it is
Like QAnon, but Rashawn.
Hey, you know what? I'm definitely not QAnon. Those guys are just ridiculous.
I got the joke. Buddy.
Those guys are ridiculous.
I
So,
enjoy that. I'm gonna live with that one for a while and like
I
mull
think
it over
we're
my head.
gonna. I mean, you've got 2 Whoppers 2 weeks in a row, so I think you better, Anyway, so I totally understand why people are apprehensive towards it, and I totally understand why you went and got it as quickly as you could, and I understand I got it as quickly as I could because I think it's important for people to. You and I aren't that important, really, in the grand scheme of things. I mean, let's be honest. We probably both think we are, but we're really not.
Well, the thing
but
is,
I think it's important for other people to see that yes, we are getting the shots. We're okay with it.
And that's the importance of the social media. That's why the social media posts are important. It's to let people know, look, I'm not afraid. You don't need to be afraid. Because there are people, I mean, clearly we're not influencers. We have 25 subscribers on YouTube. But there are people that are.
Bitch.
There are people that are.
Yes, there are. There's still a lot of people that's afraid of getting this shot. But the thing is, I remember my mother used to say, if somebody jumps off a bridge, are you going to do it? Well, if I jump off the bridge, I at least want to have a parachute first.
Right.
But
here's the thing.
And that's how I kind of look at it. Like, give it some time. Yes, maybe some time down in the future, me and my family, we probably will get it. There's places that we would love to start going back to. We've always taken a trip every year overseas, and of course, right now, without getting those shots, there's no chance in hell or heck that we're going to be going to France or anything like that.
Overseas travel.
We had a trip that we were supposed to be going to Malta, which is really terrible. Because now who knows how things are going to go if we need to have that shot, if we're even going to be doing that. So
yeah, I think we are definitely looking at vaccine passports coming probably by. I mean, they have to give everybody a chance to get it first, so you're probably looking at end of November,
August. I'm thinking August is when things are going to start to change.
Oh, no, I agree with that. I mean, before they start requiring it, I think you're going to be looking at like November. Because I don't think travel is even going to open up until late summer anyway, overseas.
I probably just got to call somebody, be like, hey, guess what? There's a black guy that wants a shot. Yeah,
I'll tell you, I was there. So what we have going on here, Mark was here recently, so he saw what I'm talking about. We have the New York State Fairgrounds is right here in Syracuse. It's not even 4 miles from my house. And it's an enormous piece of property. Honestly, you could put the big Boeing hangar, the big Boeing factory, you could probably put that on this property. It's really large. And they have an exposition center that they built there that is, I mean, it's the size of a football field plus. And that is where they're doing the shots. It's actually the only vaccination site in New York State that's busier than the New York State Fairgrounds is Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
As far as numbers,
I guess they need to put it into Yankee Stadium next.
Well, they have it. It's in Yankee Stadium. That's the busiest vaccination site in New York State right now.
The problem is, who wants to go to the Bronx?
Well, who wants to go to
I don't know. I've never been there. It might be nice.
I love the Bronx. I mean, I like the Bronx for New Yankee Stadium and Jerome Street in general, but I don't go to the Bronx for much else. I'm more of a Brooklyn kind of guy.
I don't think you want to go to the Bronx for anything else.
No,
I'm a Mets fan, so it's fine.
What? No, I'm a Yankees fan.
Good boy.
Yankees
fan. But anyway, I was there. So where I went and got my vaccine was a county facility, and both times I went, I was in line for over an hour. The second one, almost 3. And then when I took my son, he went and got his.
We're reading. Get out of my background into your spaceship.
Yeah, so when
you are out of bounds.
Yeah, I fixed it. It's fixed. Jeannie can calm down. So I went back and got, when I went to take Christopher to get his at the fairgrounds. Holy cow! There had to be, when we were there had to be 2,000 people there, and
wow.
And we parked from the time we got out of our car. He went in, got his shot, did his 15-minute wait afterward, got back in the car. It was less than a half an hour.
Isn't that crazy? Because that was my experience too. My appointment was at 12:05. I got back in my car at 12:33.
Yeah.
And I talked to
insane.
5 different people. You know, they all want to get your information.
Mm-hmm.
There was no waits, no nothing. It was just boom, 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 boom. It was, this might be the most efficient thing the U.S. government has ever done.
Yeah, it's getting a lot better. Also, one of the
Amazing.
fairgrounds here, one of the fairgrounds is run by the National Guard. There's National Guard
Okay.
troops everywhere. Paul, who's commenting, he actually lives right here in Syracuse with me. Paul, did you get yours?
Hi, Paul.
Did you get yours at the On Center, or did you get yours at the Exposition Center? I'm interested to find out and what your experience was. Yeah, I mean, it really is now. So the fairgrounds, here's the other cool thing the fairgrounds is doing too. So from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., it's the Pfizer vaccine. From 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. the next day, it's the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So you get to pick by what time you choose which vaccine you're going to get.
Got it.
The
if you want
county,
the one shot and go.
Yeah, the county
good.
is distributing Moderna. The state is distributing Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's interesting that they've been able to differentiate it that way. I mean, that's a good thing because it keeps things very coordinated. I mean, they did it right instead of just party time and hope you get the right one. So.
Yep. Well,
which is what I thought was going to happen.
Why don't
honestly.
you just jumble everything up and put it in a mystery box?
Well, I mean, you take them all. I mean, what happens? I mean, that's when you grow a third arm, I think.
Or your leg fall off.
Yeah. So Paul answered. Paul was at the fairgrounds. So Paul had the same experience. He was in at 4:15. He was out by 4:50. That seems to be the
That's
consensus
impressive.
with most people that I'm seeing.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it should be. I mean, you're talking about, you know, a disease where you're going to pass that by, you know, being around people. So maybe you want to get them away from people as soon as possible.
Sure.
Let's just hope they don't make you go to the DMV to get it.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
That would be terrible.
By the time you decide to get it, that's where it'll be, and then you'll be like, you know, then you're going to complain about that.
Let me tell you an
know.
interesting story though. So when I made Christopher, so initially my father was not getting an appointment. He was like, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it later. I'm like, well, mom's got stage 4 cancer and you have COPD. So clearly you guys, neither one of you
need
should
it.
be, you guys are not ready to make your own decisions. It's time for you to let me take over and be your proxy. So I went onto the website myself and I made appointments for my mother, my father, and my son all at the same time. So they were all going to go on April 9th. It was the only day I could get all 3 of them in together. So I called my parents. My father loses his shit on me. He's like, I am not driving to Syracuse. I'm like, now keep in mind, he comes to my house and my brother's house all the time. But because it's something he doesn't want to do, he can't come to Syracuse. Right. He won't make the drive. 45 minutes. He won't make the drive. So I'm fighting back and forth with him. My mother's getting upset because she wants the vaccine. She's like, can't you get me in sooner? I'm like, not all 3 at the same time because, you know, Dad insisted on being there with you, blah, 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 blah. So we get into this huge fight. I tell my father, I'm like, if you keep this shit up, I'm never going to talk to you again. Because he's giving me shit about China and how they should have never let the virus out in the first place. Like,
QAnon.
Oh, yeah, he went all Fox News on my ass. So finally, I hung up on him. He called me back 20 minutes later, and he apologized to me. So that was all fine. Well, then, so this was, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. The next day, he calls me up, and he goes, hey, buddy. And this is when my father calls me. He goes, hey, buddy, the town clerk called us. So they live in a real small rural town. Mark's been there.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the middle of the country. Like, there's farm fields on all 3 sides of my parents' house. So
they know if you didn't get the vaccine.
not only that, but your town clerk knows every resident by name. That's how small this town is. So the town clerk calls them up and
the
says,
caution tape around the house.
Yeah, right. So she calls her up, Sandy, her name is Sandy. She calls my dad up and she's like, Larry, we got appointments available at Port Byron High School. All the residents that want them, we'll make the appointment for you and set the time and everything like that. Are you interested? He's like, absolutely. So he called me back gloating. I was able to get an appointment faster and at home. I'm like,
so when he did it, he was real happy.
Yeah. So he was fine. So I was able to cancel.
He did it on his own terms.
He did it on his own terms. That's how my father is. So I was able to cancel all 3 appointments and got my son in like a week later. So it was perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
I mean, that's nice that you were able to get it for your son. I'm a little distracted right now because it looks like Nico likes to watch people picking his nose. And I do apologize if that's untrue, but your beautiful wife said that.
Wait, I'm sorry. She said that he likes to watch people pick his nose?
So the comment is, I did not have any observation, but there was a guy who was digging his nose and rolling boogers. Nico couldn't stop watching. Sounds like Nico likes to watch boogers.
Well, I was going to make out with his wife, so maybe he likes to watch all kinds of things.
Whoa.
Man, you are lit.
No, I'm really not. I just like messing with Nico.
Wow.
It's fun.
I don't think he appreciates it. He's a sad man.
He's not a sad man. Nico's a really smiling, happy, skinny, tall guy.
He could fuck your shit up. He's got old man strength.
I got massage therapist strength. I would go. I would
come
go.
on.
I would go a couple rounds. I'll squeeze him.
Okay.
I'll squeeze
Only
him.
strength he's got is in his hand, his right hand.
They're actually both. It's actually both.
Okay.
Yeah.
don't know for-
Menage with trois
Yeah.
hands.
Whoa. Wow, this just went off the rails.
Yeah, this
again.
definitely went off the rails.
Check, please.
Hey, so
Hey, how about those Yankees? I mean,
No.
they're in spring training.
I don't
So-
watch. I don't
no.
watch baseball.
Well, that
what
didn't
about
work.
country music? What do you think about country music? I've actually grown accustomed to listen to country music this past month.
So we work.
I'm
So
really enjoying
this will be.
it.
This
Are
is
you
actually an
seriously
interesting
though?
Story.
I'm ignoring
Yes.
Mark right now.
Like
who do you listen to?
Joe, Maddie
All of
and
them?
Tay,
That's not
Casey
country music.
Musgraves.
That's not country music.
What is not?
I'm the one who told him about Casey Musgraves.
Is that
Well,
that's
okay.
Southern rock? That's more like Southern rock, right?
No,
who's
that's
the guys?
beautiful music.
Angela will like this one. Brothers Osborne. I'm actually digging those guys. They're pretty cool. I don't know their songs by heart or anything like that, but yeah, I can.
So he's
follow.
more into American folk that's like edgy, like on the edge of country, but not really country music.
He's
No, I
he's
think-
listening to pop country, very pop country music. So check this out. So we had I think we've talked about this in the podcast before. We had some changes at work. Things happen, moved around, things like that. Rashawn ends up on the same schedule with me. So
Yeah.
if I have work to dispatch in our service department, I give part of the work goes to Rashawn, part of work goes to my other technician, Jack.
Mhm.
Rashawn works for me. The day
I don't work for you. I
You
work for
work-
Acura.
okay, I can give all the work to Jack and he makes no money, and then he really doesn't work for me. But I don't do that because I'm not a terrible person. But anyway, the day, maybe 2 days after he starts with me, boom, I walk over there. What the hell? There's country music on. I don't get this. And I'm like, man, you are okay. So all of our teams, this is where it gets bad. So all our teams are color coordinated. We have a green team. Well, we have a green team. we have a
Again,
red
me
team.
making something
We
white
had a blue
look
team,
good.
and what team are you on now, Rashawn?
White team.
He's on
Dude.
the white team.
He literally just said we have a bunch of colored. Like
You heard it.
I heard
You
it. He said we have a bunch of colored. Not there's some not there's some African Americans that
Not
work
the
for us.
teams have
We have
color.
we have a bunch of
Are
color.
color coordinated. No, there's just color. Well, but you know what? The thing is,
You're sure you're running for office, Chris?
We don't talk about that here.
I don't know. He's running for the mayor of Pound Town.
No, I'm running for town
the
council.
problem is when you're white, you can't help the microaggressions. But it's okay.
Ooh, that's
At
fair.
some
That's
point,
fair.
I don't know where this went today. This has
you
been
just can't
delightful.
let it affect.
You know what's crazy about this whole podcast? We've averaged more people watching this than any ever.
No, the funny thing is,
Freaking mess.
no. Here's the thing, though.
Right.
I'm going to tell you. Look at this though. This is the important thing right here. Look at this, because this means that we're getting people that are coming on here and go, oh no, I'm out. Oh wait, this is cool. No, I'm out. So like they're coming and jumping away real quick is what's going on here, man.
Yeah, well, at least we're getting them to show up.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true. As
We
long as they
didn't
come
get
in here
them
and
to
see
show
a
up
couple minutes
before.
of it, that's perfectly
Let's
fine with
see
me.
this.
Yeah, at least they're coming, right?
Ah,
Oh,
pretty good.
oh.
Look at that. That looks pretty good. I mean, they keep coming back. You know what I think's happening? What I think's happening is they're coming on. They're going, holy shit! They're
There's a
running to
black
find
eye.
their spouse, and in the meantime, their phone shuts off. So that's why they go away and they go get their spouse and say, you need to watch this mess. I think that's what's actually happening.
That's an interesting theory.
I think it's a good theory. I think it's actually an accurate theory. I think I sound like Bruce Buffer or somebody like that as well. I sound
I'm
like a
very
tin can
white.
man, so I don't know what that means. But
Yeah.
hey,
Bruce Buffer.
they like it when I sound better. Apparently, this is a big thing for me. It's a big step. Big step.
Mark,
You know what to say right now, Chris?
Paul, no, I don't know what to say. Paul just made an interesting comment. I stay to watch you two go at it. Clearly, people enjoy watching us argue with each other.
Well, that's true. I mean, and we're gonna okay. So speaking of arguing,
Are we talking about the luau?
we're gonna have to have an argument about that luau. Man,
No, we're doing it. No, Jessica's 100% on board. Let's do it.
$189 for a luau. I think we should have a poll. Who thinks that's worth it?
Oh, I don't think
I'm
anybody's
going to
gonna
do
say
it
that's
because
worth it.
I just
$180 for a luau?
yes.
Yeah,
FOMO. I have FOMO when it comes to Chris. Chris tells me he's going to do something. Fuck that, Chris. I'm going to do it too. So that's my problem. That's why I have no money to spend.
Well, yeah, but for the record, that's a two-way
start
street.
looking for
That's a
Jeeps in a
two-way street.
minute.
We're going to Hawaii because of you. So like that's
You're
a two-way
right.
street. You cause the same shit.
And
That's
you know
why
what?
Jessica doesn't want us to
appreciate your
talk anymore.
sacrifice.
Yeah, Jessica doesn't want us to talk
your
anymore.
sacrifice. He's got to fly 24 hours one way and 24 hours back just to see me.
It's 16
That's
and
pretty
12,
nice.
but that's fine. And
What?
and you're also, by the way, I haven't publicly picked this bone with you yet. So we set the dates to go. Mark's like, we got certain dates we have to go. Like it's a tight week. I'm like, all right, cool. So let's book those dates. And then he comes back to me 12 hours later. Goes, I went a day earlier, just so you know. Fuck you, Mark. Pick up an extra day in Hawaii because he can. Oh, those are the dates we're going. Cool. I'll book an extra day so I can be by myself.
How much
for a day.
is your change fee? If you want me to pay the change fee,
I don't want to pay the
it
change
for
fee.
you.
No, I'm going to be miserable.
I know
by
you
it.
just bought a new car, so you know.
Well, clearly, you're renting the Jeep, so I'm not going. Since you get an extra day.
There goes Mark with Angela's wallet again.
Oh,
That hurts.
Yeah, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. So listen, on the luau, so Jessica looked into it, and there is a lesser price for general admission, but then you get the premium seats for the price that we're looking at. So she, when given that option, still chose the premium seats.
Well, and that's what I was. I go VIP whenever I can.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. I mean, you only have one life, and I'm going to live all my life.
At one time.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
We got some dead air here. We shouldn't do that.
No.
Well, you got to talk when we're not talking. Come on, man.
Hey, I was going to say, with life and everything, Moderna shots and things like that.
Hey, I got a Moderna shot. My arm's touching you. I mean, maybe you're getting part of it right now.
The X-Men stuff could be jumping from his arm into yours right now.
It is. He's wearing a Chewbacca shirt too, so maybe he's getting hairy or something.
So his power. Could you imagine his power would be to turn into a bald white guy?
I don't think he wants that.
Yeah, I don't think I want that.
I think he's probably accurate in that regard.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Bald white guys,
bald
how you doing,
transformations. Actually, did either one of you guys watch Lovecraft Country?
No,
I started watching it.
I
actually started watching it. I'm probably again like WandaVision 2 episodes in.
Oh, it gets so much better.
I've been busy doing things around the house, so
it gets really good. And you want to talk about
either that or me playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That eats up the majority of my time. So
I am playing Valheim right now. Speaking of Norse stuff, I am playing Valheim, which is really, really cool. It's a beta release, not quite finished game, but it's you play a dead Norse warrior who is in purgatory, and you have to prove your worth as a warrior before making it into Valhalla. It's really, really cool.
Doesn't that sound like Valhalla?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't play Valhalla, but it's open world. It's open world. It's like Minecraft meets Skyrim. It's really kind of cool, and you can join public servers, or you can make your own private server, or you can play all by yourself. It's really, really cool stuff.
So you enjoy it?
I like it quite a bit. Yep. And I'm also playing Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty. It's fun with zombies.
Really?
Yeah.
Haven't gotten to that one. I've just been playing the Modern Warfare.
All I do is watch YouTube videos. That's all I do.
The other one, I can't.
Oh, the last one was garbage. This is the Cold War one. Even the single player campaign is a lot of fun. Yeah, Cold War is great.
Okay.
You guys, now I'm falling asleep listening to YouTube. Good Lord, man. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know either, man. All right, so hey,
I don't know if I want you guys to be friends.
So when since we're here talking, when are we gonna?
You're supposed to say, "Don't worry about it, Rashawn."
Don't worry about it,
God
Rashawn.
damn, you guys just no.
When are we getting the tickets for the luau?
The gun show. I got it right now.
The gun show.
Yeah,
I can show you some guns.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe one day.
It comes with a Barry White.
So hey, we should get the
uncomfortable.
tickets soon. We'll talk about that when we get off the air here. But we'll have to do that as soon as possible, just so we don't lose out, because they're only doing it one day while we're in Hawaii. I mean, it's 2 days while I'm in Hawaii, but whatevs. You can't get there that early, is what I heard. Wow.
Yeah,
That's not accurate, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of sorry. I wanted to
Rashawn
make
was
it,
going to go with us, too.
but I couldn't. It was too close.
Was that what it was?
No, I think it was more so my birthday because
He's
you
got a
guys
birthday.
are going on my birthday
He's
week.
turning 40.
No, I'm not turning 40. I'm turning.
I'm gonna, I gotta say though, with that hairstyle and
26.
taking him to the Dole plantation would have been awesome.
Oh, yeah?
Wait,
Why?
what? Plantation.
I'm not
Wait, I
sure.
didn't get that part.
I'm
What?
confused. Okay.
His hair,
Indulge me.
his hair
Wait,
looks like
Do
a
you think he
pineapple.
looks like a fucking pineapple? So last week you wanted to ice cream sandwich him, and now
you want me on a
fucking
plantation.
pineapple.
No,
Oh,
no,
and
you're
you wanted
making
to go-
connections.
oh my
You're
God.
making connections that are unnecessary.
I love seeing white people sweat.
Oh God, my
Oh, my
shirt
God,
just my
this
shirt,
is
my skin were the
amazing.
same color there for a second.
You know,
are you sweating now? Oh,
you know
my
what?
God.
What's so funny about this? I make Mark do this every day at work.
We have a great time. So we have a great.
I
time.
love to see him sweat.
Oh God, that's great.
He likes to indulge me and make me feel bad about myself.
Oh, wow, this was
making money.
this was a perfect way to end tonight's episode, guys. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Eva, can you post that if Rashawn's making more money now working for me or working previously? Because
You know what? I probably am.
I don't think it
No,
matters.
I
What
can see
matters
that,
is
but
are
it
we
is, yeah.
happy? Are we happy? That's the question.
I am happy. I am happy that I'm alive.
Oh.
I'm happy that I'm alive. I'm happy that I have a
That's
wonderful
it?
family. I'm happy I'm here with you guys.
Oh.
I'm happy I got this lovely drink.
The beer's talking.
Yeah.
So
On that note, you guys go finish your drinking. Somebody get Rashawn
I'm
home
all
safe.
good, man. I'm gonna go have some barbecue. We got some barbecue
get some
from this nice
barbecue.
barbecue place down the
Nice.
street called Jack's Barbecue that just opened up. So if you're in Algona, Washington,
Wait,
which
you're
is
going the
very,
April
very
20.
nice-
Wait, hold on. You're going April 24th or April 25th?
No, maybe the 25th.
24th is 2 days before me. We're gonna literally fight. We're gonna literally fight.
because I'm bigger than you. So
Yeah, but I'm a lot
got
faster and I
both.
got much more endurance than you do.
I always say if I'm getting in a fight with somebody and I can get you in the first minute, you're done for. After that, no guarantees on my end. So,
All right.
hey, at least I got that going for me.
There you go. Hey,
All right, guys. Quick poll. Did you like me being on this episode?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Would you like to see me more?
Well, you're going
You're gonna
to
see
because
it
April,
more.
the weekend of April
You
9th.
have no
He has
choice.
no choice.
Yep.
He's so we're gonna do this. We're gonna alternate back and forth. You're gonna all be stuck with me every week. So we're gonna see if I'm really the star.
Who's really the
we'll know
jerk?
soon. I'm sure I'm not, but we'll know soon.
Yep.
Who's the real star is. So
So you got 4 more weeks with me. 4 more weeks
it
with me,
will
and
be
then
me.
we're gonna switch over. And Rashawn is gonna. So Rashawn will be on the 11th. I'll be back on the 18th.
yeah.
Rashawn on the 20. Wait, when are you flying out, Mark?
We'll do we're gonna do a show from
Hawaii while we're there, right? So
and then we're gonna do another show. So I'll probably do a show because I think I'll be in Olani on that Sunday night.
Mhm.
That's when we get in, and then you get in on Monday. So I think Rashawn and I'll do a show on location and with Rashawn back in Seattle, and then I think we'll probably plan on doing a show midweek. Maybe we do it on Tuesday, just you and I in.
Yeah, we could do
resort.
that.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, we
So-
could even record it because
We
streaming
could
from there might be
and do it
difficult.
the next week.
Yeah,
I think
'cause-
that next Saturday.
Yeah,
we're
so
gonna be
instead of
pretty wiped
instead of
out,
doing a
so-
show, because I actually don't get in until midday on the 2nd. I might not
Oh
be.
my God!
I might
Yeah.
not even be ready for a show on the 2nd. So
Mhm.
why don't we film one day while we're there?
That sounds great.
And then
we'll
or
yeah.
even better yet, no. You know what we'll do? Here's what we'll do. We'll film us being there, like my vlogs, and we'll present that on the Gentleman and the Jerk that Sunday night.
Oh man, I got a better idea.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever watched any of those videos where you see guys listening to music they've never heard before? Like you see the white guy listen
A
to rap
reaction
music,
video?
you see the black guy listen to country music, and they go, "Oh my God, this is the best thing ever." I think we should record a video of us in Hawaii and have Rashawn watch it and tell us how bad we are.
He can commentate.
The
our
only
own
way
vlog
that
video.
you guys are really going to be
I
bad
don't know.
at
I'm
it
thinking,
is if
I'm
you're
thinking
actually
like 6
dancing.
levels above everybody else right now. So let's see how that works.
All right.
No, what the people want to see is a dance off. That's what we want to see.
No,
not-
we
not
don't.
here.
Nobody wants to see that. We both. How do we both lose? I think we'll.
Everybody
both lose.
vote for a dance
I
off.
think we all lose. It's fine. Everybody who watched this podcast just lost. So.
All right, so
Hey,
that's it. We're
we
done.
appreciate the views. I appreciate the 11 likes. I wish we had 12, but hey, I'll take what I can get. We'll see you next Sunday. This is gonna be a fun week.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how it goes?
I should have a Jeep by next week. That'd be awesome.
You should. And I'm sure by next weekend you're gonna tell me what you broke.
I have no intention of breaking anything. I'm going to be very cautious for a while.
You will. It's
very
gonna be a
cautious for a while.
princess for a while.
All right.
So.
Bye, everybody.
All right, man.
Have a great night.
All right,
we'll
have
talk
a
to
good
you guys
night.
next time.
Sounds great.
Later.
Yeah.
Good night.